no, this guy's too badass, man. So then 80 Jedi showed up. I took out about 6 to 7 of them.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone, in this week's review of The Acolyte. Look, I'm not going to waste a lot of your time, or mine. Episode 6 of The Acolyte already did that for us. To quote a member of my family who watched this episode with me, quote, "I should have just washed the dishes. It would have been more entertaining." There is no spinning this. What an incredibly boring installment of a television show. I get the intention behind it. Build tension, build up to a final showdown, build up to some great reveal. But if you look at it with honest eyes, this was a show meant to pad runtime. Somewhere in the past, Leslie Headland must have committed to a minimum of 8 episodes. When she realized that she did not have enough material to do that, she and Dave Filoni must have concocted episode 6 just to meet a contractual obligation, because anyone worth their salt would have realized that episode 6 is unnecessary. And that's the perfect word for it. Unnecessary in every way. There is nothing in this episode that matters to the overall story. Even the quasi-cliffhanger ending of episode 5 was spoiled from the get-go. May and Osha switching places. May trying to fool Master Saul into thinking that she's Osha. Osha waking up realizing she's with Smilo Ren. And maybe that would have been interesting if they at least ran with the premise for about more than 2 minutes, but they couldn't help themselves. They needed to try and make some sort of statement about Jedi being not so honorable and Sith being not so evil, that there is a blurred line, but it was clumsy. It was sophomorically executed. It is the entertainment equivalent of anesthesia. The only real struggle viewers will have is staying awake. There really isn't even anything to review. There is nothing substantial, nothing at all to even pick out or point to as mildly interesting. Leslie managed to get in a naked Sith taking a bath and Osha getting angry. Must have been the sight of his dong that did it for old Amandla. She managed to get an explanation as to why Smilo Ren's helmet is a lot like Magneto's from the X-Men, why it blocks his mind from being read. A good chunk of the episode is focused on the hound dog rat that is with Master Saul, sussing out that May is not Osha. So if you like watching poorly pantomimed, hairy creatures making sniffing sounds and bow-legged walking, I guess you can be happy. Master Saul spent the whole episode threatening to spill the secret of May and Osha's family, what really happened when the Jedi showed up, but he never gets there. Not to mention the fact that Master Saul is a shitty master of the Force, unable to recognize a Dark Force user even when he is hugging her for an extended period of time. Smilo Ren is supposed to be some new age hipster Sith there to free your mind, but in reality he just reminds me of the kind of person you find in a homeless encampment because he's there by choice, living free, man. And yeah, the island he is on is a ripoff of Ahch-To from The Last Jedi, and why anyone who wants to create anything that Star Wars fans will enjoy would use something that recalls those memories is beyond me. And for some reason we waste a minute of time on some hologram of a senator talking about a senatorial review of the Jedi Order. I guess it's supposed to be a callback to Palpatine, but it's so out of left field and so out of place. And once again, the question is begged. When is anyone going to involve the actual Jedi Council in this? Now you have about 10 dead Jedi, strong evidence that the Sith have returned, a Master Jedi gone rogue in Master Saul, and a former Jedi student missing. No? Not yet? Doesn't reach the level of urgency needed to maybe send Master Yoda a note? Maybe an email? Look, bottom line, this episode is something we can all do without. It was not mildly intriguing on any level. If you have not seen it yet, believe me, skip it. You'll be doing yourself a favor. And if you have watched it, God, I'm sorry, because I now know what it truly means to say, I just wasted a part of my life that I'll never get back. And that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Did you watch episode 6? Did you stay awake during the whole thing? And is it any wonder now why Disney stock is plummeting below $100 a share? Even investors are watching this stuff and thinking that the iceberg has hit the ship and there are only so many spots in the lifeboat before the water rises above their heads. And if you want more Star Wars content, check out my Star Wars playlist and also check out this week's installment of Retro Movie Review Theater by clicking on the thumbnails at the end of this video. As always, thank you for watching, and remember I'm still your reluctant gringo from south of the border. Salute and a huevo.